So the other day, I did my first video of this podcast of Success by Accident that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So we'll call this episode 2. And was it the other day or was it today? So many thoughts, so many things that I want to get out there. But if I tried to get everything out of my head in one sitting, I would be here for days. I'd get pretty hungry and pretty thirsty and pretty worn out. But I want to share them, and so I'm going to cut them up into bite-sized pieces. So I had a call with a friend today. We're partnering on a business venture, and I've noticed this with myself and with this individual multiple times as we've talked and discussed things. And you get the two of us together and we can easily go off on all these different tangents. And if we're not careful, it's not very productive. And so one of the things that, if we get down to this idea that success happens because of how we think, success happens based on our emotions. Success starts in the head and in the heart. And I think that's important too. And again, later I might talk more about that and scientifically how they've seen the energy of the heart, that the heart has a mind of its own. There are things with our physical bodies, our energy bodies, our spiritual bodies that we simply don't understand. And there are going to continue to be things, as long as we're on this earth, that we aren't going to understand. And yeah, we'll continue learning and growing and knowing more and more, but there's much that we don't understand. Back to the topic. What I want to talk about today is a simple exercise to calm your mind and to help you focus. And this is going to be one where you're going to close your eyes. And again, it's very simple. You're just going to count to 10. But here's the trick in this exercise. You're trying to train your mind to control your mind instead of having your mind control you. Here's another series of tangents I've got going here on different modalities and things that I do to tell my body and my mind that I'm in charge, right? And we'll get into some of those later on. But this simple activity, the purpose is control what you're thinking of. Focus. It's a focus activity, right? So that we can remain focused. And if you learn how to do this, then you can bring it over into other aspects of your life to remain focused. So we're going to count from 1 to 10. But the rules of this little game, if you will, the rule is every time your mind deviates from the number we're on, you start over. So if I go 1, I just heard the garage door open. My mind goes to that, right? Start over. 1, 2, that's probably my son getting home from work. Start over. 1, 2. The only thing in our head should be a vision of the number 1, then the number 2, then the number 3, right? That, however you want to do that, decide in the beginning, I'm going to visualize the number. I'm going to visualize the words of the number. I'm going to visualize 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. Determine one idea of what you're going to focus on for 1, 2, 3, 4. I heard a car honk outside. It drew my attention. Okay. 1, 2. I just thought of my cats coming in and out. 1. I just thought of the snow. Right? It's not an easy activity necessarily, but it's so valuable because you're training your mind to come back to present, to be present. There's so much we could talk about on that level too. But what I'd like you to do is just take that moment now to think and close your eyes. And I'm going to do it with you here. And I'm going to look at my timer to kind of see where we are on the count here. Let's see if we can. All right, so I don't see an option for a clock necessarily on here, but it's a distraction, right? So focus, and for 1 minute, I'll tell you when to start. We're going to go try to count to 10. And I want to see how far you can get. And be honest with yourself. Did you think of other things? Calm your mind. I'm not quite starting yet. Calm your mind. Try and think of just something blank, empty, blackboard, whiteboard, clear, emptiness. Okay. Close your eyes and start. Okay, that was 1 minute, maybe just a few seconds shy for my human delay. Were you able to get to 10, honestly, without thinking of anything else? Okay. If you will take this simple exercise and repeat that multiple times a day, it will help you retrain your brain to stay focused on tasks. And then you'll be able to work through whatever task you have. You've trained the basics, you've got the foundation. And if you do that, then you'll be able to do the same thing. Pull yourself back, and to be able to focus. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. Let's just keep it that simple, because the simpler we are, the easier it is to achieve. So thank you for listening. This is Mike with Success by Accident. A lot more to come. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, make a comment if this has been helpful for you, especially after you test it a little bit. Thanks for watching.